Hi everyone, this is Dr. John Demartini. Some of you may recognize me from my books, my best-selling books on personal development, or possibly from some of the movies I've been in, including The Secret. I'd like to take just a moment right now to share with you about maximizing your learning and awakening up your genius. The real truth is you have a genius inside, but you may not have actually recognized it or known how to wake it up, but you have it inside. So I'd like to share with you some tips that have helped many thousands of people do that for their life, and it also changed my life. Every human being has and lives by a set of priorities, a set of values in their life, things that are most important to least important in their life. And whenever they set goals that are aligned with their highest values, they tend to achieve. So too, whenever they set sail to learn things that are aligned and congruent and related to their highest values, they tend to wake up their genius. Everybody has it in a certain area. It just may be in an area that they haven't awakened themselves to the awareness of. So the key is to find out what you really love. See, many times children go to school and they have some challenges in school, and the teachers have frustrations with the students, and they end up labeling them attention deficit or disobedient, and they're unmotivated to study. But then the kid comes home, the children come home, and then they work and they study their video games, and they're studying what is important to them, and they can go for hours on it. So the child doesn't have a learning problem. The child is just not inspired by what they're learning, because the child loves learning things that are really meaningful to the child. And we're all children. We all love learning. We just want to learn what's really meaningful to us. So one of the tips to waking up your genius is defining what it is that's truly high on your value, what your life demonstrates most important to you. And then asking yourself, whatever you want to study, how is what I'm going to study help me fulfill that? If you can't see how what you're going to study, whatever it may be, is going to help you fulfill what's highest on your value, you tend to not be inspired to want to learn. You'll have attention deficit disorder, retention deficit disorder, and intention deficit disorder as a result of it. But the second you can see how what you're studying is going to help you do what's most important in your life, you'll engage. You'll automatically absorb information. You'll notice the information. I've gone into school systems and helped youth transform their educational experience by asking them a simple question. How specifically is the class I'm taking and the topic I'm about to study going to help me fulfill what's most meaningful to me? And that may be video games, that may be sports, that may be socializing. It depends on what it is. But whatever it is, it's important to you. If you link whatever you're going to study to that, once you see the links, once you see the answers to how it's going to help you fulfill that, you absorb the information. You wake up your engaged level of learning, and you absorb the information amazingly. You wake up your genius. You have it inside you. Everyone has a genius inside according to their highest values, and so do you. So you don't want to let anybody ever put a label on you. You want to recognize where your genius is. I worked with a man who was in California dealing with a reality TV show many years ago, who thought that he had learning problems, who thought he had no memory. He thought he was a disabled student. And we found out what was most valuable to him, and we linked what he was studying to that, and he went on to do amazing things with his learning. He started wanting to read and learn constantly. He changed his whole image of himself. So don't let anybody on the outside tell you that you don't have a genius on the inside, because you do. But you will always have a genius in the area of your highest values, so you need to find out what that is. You need to look carefully about how do you fill your space, how do you spend your time, where do you spend your energy, and where do you gain energy when you're doing something? Where do you spend your money when you receive money? What is it you're disciplined, spontaneous at? What is it you love reading about and studying about? What is it you think about and visualize and talk to other people about and talk to yourself about most? What is it you that literally have the most order and organization? Your life is demonstrating what's really valuable to you. Find out what that is. Look carefully at what's really important to you, and then ask, how is whatever I'm going to study help me fulfill that? I don't care what age you are. We are all a child inside. We all want to learn. We just want to learn what's important to us. Find out what that is, link whatever it is you want to study to it, and you'll absorb information rapidly. You have a photographic mind in that area. So if you'd like to develop that genius, wake it up, find out who you really are by what's really important to you, and make sure you link everything you study to that. If you do, you'll find out the second you can see the links, you excel in that learning. I've taught thousands of people that process, and there's no reason why you can't begin today to do that. Find out what it is you love, Find out how whatever you're studying is linked to it, and watch yourself wake up your genius.